Welcome back, everybody, to the Derm Couch. Do I have a topic for today? One that's been all over the gram this week, and that is the recent FDA's warning about a technology that many of us have heard from, energy-delivered microneedling, or radiofrequency microneedling. Technology that's been around for several years, not as long as lasers or injectables, a relatively new kid on the block compared to that. That there's an enormous amount of clinical data on, with safety and efficacy for various maladies of the skin, particularly those that may be sensitive to light-based therapies like laser. We use it on a lot of skin of color, darker skin patients because it's slightly, not completely removed risk of changes of pigmentation, but where we use it on a lot of patients with acne scar, crepey skin on the body, texture, tone. These are great things that make it a valuable tool in addition to the armamentarium that we've been using for the last few decades. But this FDA warning is about in several reports of scarring, burning, loss of fat, complications that required surgical intervention to fix, warning people that this is a medical procedure, not a cosmetic one. I think they meant cosmetic by one that is performed in a spa by an esthetician, like a facial or massage or a light chemical peel, one that only affects the top layers of the skin. These devices, although that can be used superficially, have the potential to deliver large amounts of heat, mid, deep dermis, into the subcutaneous tissue, where if you create an enormous amount of heat sink, with multiple overlapping punctures of the skin, you can create problems. And the FDA is now pointing out something that I've known for many years, is that this, like any medical device, when used appropriately, can be a great tool. When not used well, could have some bad consequences. So saying that energy-delivered microneedling is dangerous is like saying a knife is dangerous, right? Depends who's using the knife. A genius surgeon is going to do a great job with your surgery. And it's the same issue with these devices. I don't want people to think that energy-delivered microneedling is bad. I know how people react on TikTok and social media. All of a sudden now microneedling is going to be evil. And they don't have to be my favorite devices to recognize that they do have value. I have a large armamentarium of options at PFRANKMD, and they each have their role because all people are not, they don't have equal needs. And they all require different things. And I often do combinations of therapies. And one of those tools is energy-delivered microneedling. I have several brands of it. The real problem here, where I want to point out, and they did mention it in the FDA article release, is to me the most important thing. And this is unfortunately the fault of the companies that make the device. An enormous amount of direct-to-consumer marketing is performed to the public about the ease of these devices. The impression is given all over social media and in their marketing that these devices lift and tighten. They don't lift and tighten. Only surgery lifts and tightens, okay? There are several things it works for, but not this. And most importantly, these device companies that make them are marketing them directly, selling and training to providers that are not medical healthcare professionals. They're not MD, DOs, RNs, PAs, or registered nurse practitioners. They're just not. And the companies may deny it, but I see it happen all the time. They sell them to med spas. They are actively training non-healthcare professional estheticians. And if you walk into most spas, they don't even have to be med spas. If you walk into most spas, they have some sort of energy-delivered microneedling device. And many of the people who perform it have like a certificate to say that they were trained and authorized to do it, by the company that's selling it to them. So as with everything else, this is a perfect opportunity for me to tell you all once again, it's not what you do in this world, it's how you do it, who you're doing it with, and it's just the same old story. History repeats itself, whether it's with cool sculpting or all these things. These companies are out to make money, and it's the FDA job. It's the healthcare providers that should be doing this. Is our job to educate people about the risks and benefits, because anything that has potential to be good in medicine has the potential for complications, and this is no different. But you should not be afraid of this technology per se. You should be afraid of getting any treatment from someone who doesn't know what they're doing or shouldn't be doing it at all. See you later.